Yo guys, what's going on? Life of Rio here, and guys, I wanted to bring you guys some quick updated information with what went down today on the Devstream. Now, I don't want this one to be too long. I want you guys to receive the information very quick and kind of thorough on what they kind of went over. So let's jump right into it, guys. So Defector Rescue is going to be a new mode that's coming to Warframe, and that's going to be a new type of rescue to where you got to heal them, do a lot of different stuff, kind of like go to like a survival pod, heal them up as well. It looks okay, not nothing that it looks like I'm going to be, you know, interested in, period, because you guys know I'm the survival guy. But honestly, I mean, I can see how people would enjoy it. It looks pretty decent. Now, it's not my type of mode, so let's go ahead and keep rolling. Now, there is some information in here that I am truly excited about, and I can't wait for you guys. You guys will know. You'll hear the excited voice. So, new Corpus enemy, aka mini Zanukas, will be spawning in the Corpus faction. So, what these basically entail, guys, is that new Corpus mini Zanukas are going to be running around. So it kind of changes up the gameplay, the diversity of how you play against Corpus, period, because we already know Corpus is a tough faction. So for them to take your attention off of nullifiers and off of the snipers and just crewmen and things like that is going to really solidify Corpus as a really strong unit. So this is going to be Corpus's first spawning target that they have in there, like basically they're summoners, you know what I mean? So they're gonna be like mini Zanukas running at you. You can shoot it, make them explode, they spawn different things. So it's really cool, and I think the mechanics behind it is very solid. The new Kingpin Syndicate boss challenge. Now this is basically what Steve spoke about a couple Devstream back, kind of like what they had in the Shadows of Mordor. So basically, like, let's say you're going up against this Kingpin, and he has different things. He sends out different enemies at you, at depending on what you do to him, kind of like a movie. Let's explain this in a movie form, because the way I was going to explain it is going to sound weird. So let's say, you guys know when you're watching the movie, the Kingpin is there, you're trying to foil his plans, right? So if you're trying to stop his plans, what's going to happen is he's going to send out his minions, his people at you, trying to stop you from, you know, stopping the progress on what he's trying to do. Kind of like the boss in the movie. That's exactly what it is. You're trying to foil his plans, he sends people at you. You know, he kidnapped your aunt Gray. He kidnaps your Mary Jane, just things like that. It's kind of like the same scenario. He does things except we don't got no Aunt Gray and no Mary Jane in Warframe, but you guys get the concept. And then also he sends out things like for the dojo, try to hack the dojo and stuff like that that Steve was mentioning. So that sounds pretty cool. I kind of like the whole feel of bringing clans into everything, and I think that's a solid way of going about that. So the new Corpus dropship, I'm not even gonna lie, that thing looks pretty sexy. That thing looks pretty sexy. Kind of look like the dropship in Final Fantasy 15, but I'm not gonna compare too much. You know, I'm not gonna dabble. I'm not gonna dabble. Nah, okay. But the dropship I will be showing you guys looks pretty freaking sick. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about that they also mentioned that I thought was pretty interesting was later on they said there will be a Corpus open world level for where these dropships will be more inclined to be more important, basically. And I think that's cool. I love the giant maps that are really open, because the maps are so tight right now that frames like Zephyr can't really get around too much, you know, even though she doesn't fly, she just kind of, you know, hovers. But given a more bigger tile set is always awesome. Having hundreds of enemy running at you, man, that's that Dynasty Warriors feel. I don't know why, I just love being outnumbered and having tons of enemies running at me. Now here's the thing. New Xmas enemies, right? Now I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of excited, and I'm kind of like, dang, at the same time, right? But mainly excited. This is why the Xmas enemies, which are coming, they're going to be changing it up for different factions, but the ones that they showed off are the one for Infestation. So you guys know how basically like Xmas enemies, they're basically there as, like, let's say a mini boss of the previous version, which is not a mini boss, you just one shot them anyway. Now they're kind of like put some respect on my name type of Xmas enemies, right? Sorry about that, guys. So here's the thing about the Eximus enemies. Now they're gonna be spawning. There's certain ones that's gonna spawn. If they have like a weak spot spawned on them, you cannot kill the Eximus enemies. They're gonna be invincible. They're gonna be legit invincible the entire time until you shoot the weak spot and open them up to their weakness. Your powers can help you open up their weak spot, basically like slowing them down so you can shoot it, kind of like a Banshee sonar. You guys know, if you played Banshee, you know where you got to hit that weak spot. You got to hit the weak spot. If you don't, they are invincible the entire time. And I'm kind of like, man, how do I feel about that? I really don't know how I feel. I think it's way cool. It makes endurance runs and things that I'll be doing a lot more challenging. But at the same time, you know, I'm kind of up in arms about it. I mean, mainly I'm kind of excited. So let's just get that out the way. Mainly I'm kind of excited. Now, the most important thing, I was kind of like watching the dev stream. I was like, whatever. You know, it was cool information, right? Now I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it. I'm like, you know what? They kind of disappointed me, this dev stream, yet again. You know? But then they popped out. Steve, my main man Steve, said, hey, Rebecca. And Rebecca's like, yes, Steve? Can you just go ahead and show the Bard frame, please? Like, please? Rebecca's like, oh, sure, Steve. No problem at all. I'm like, what you gonna show? It better be some powers. Guess what? It was some powers. So I finally seen the powers that I've been dying to see. And I'm hyped. Because my main thing is Nidus came out with ridiculous synergy. I need this frame to have ridiculous synergy, right? Guys, when I seen the powers, they didn't give you the name. They didn't give you a breakdown of what it did. It was kind of like a trailer teaser at the end, bro. I was hyped because the CC that it looked like this frame has, the wide amount of range, I was like, oh, good God, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Like the CC potential, and then the music on how it played looked ridiculous. I was hyped, man. As you guys can tell, I'm hyped. Not a lot of things in Warframe get me hyped because I know certain things is kind of like subject to change when it comes out, but they've gotten me on a new hype level ever since Nidus was released, because the synergy with Nidus was just so amazing. But guys, I can ramble on forever. Let's cut the rambling. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did, if you thought the information was useful, or just support the channel overall. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to check. Did I say chick? Dang, I said chick. Moment of silence for me. Make sure to check the description. Check out my other videos. And please subscribe for more Warframe. And I will catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Dang, I said chick. I really meant click. It's gonna bother me all day.